So, when it comes to Granger customers and their business issues or CBIs, what areas can your products help customers out?
In really in tools, what we do with our products and what we do with our tools is to kind of focus on, what we can do to make jobs easier for technicians and mechanics, anyone using tools. And we also try to focus on innovation. So we try to go out and we try to find a product. We take a look at a product that's been around for a while, and how can we make that product better? How can we save a user time? We do things. Like excuse me. So we took a tool like a Ford Triton engine repair set, 1996 to 2003. There were a lot of problems with spark plugs blowing out of Fords, and the average time to work on this was 8 hours labor to remove the head. What we did was came out with a tool that allowed you to go in and rebore the cylinder, retap it, put an insert in about 15 minutes. So what would take about 8 hours worth of labor now was down to 15 to 20 minutes to repair and install that cylinder. So that person was basically able to, pay for the tool and make a good bit more profit by being able to take an 8-hour work job down to about 20 to 30 minutes. And we really try to look at that from the perspective of the technician. What's going to make a job easier? What makes it easier to take off particular nuts or sockets, or is there something special or specialized tool that you can make or develop or system that's going to make their life easier?
Yeah, I remember when you told me about the spark plug tool for Triton motors, and you told me about all of that. I was like, wow, that would have been amazing if I had something like that back in the day. Now, luckily, I never had to go through that problem, but there was a fairly large Ford dealership right next door to to a shop that I worked at for 7 years. And I heard from all of the technicians there about that issue and about how much of a pain in the ass it was, really.
Yeah.
About 8 hours book time. So, to be able to reduce an 8-hour job down to 15, 20 minutes ish, that's an amazing product right there for customers.
Yeah.
Now,
even different things like CBI's productivity. When you look at Mighty 7 and what Mighty 7 does, Mighty 7 was the guy who innovated or really came out with the initial stubby air tool. But we make guns that are light. We have 1-inch guns that weigh 14 pounds or less. So we try to make things light. We try to have low vibration in all our tools. We have low noise sound output so that, we're able to go and provide, a guy's not going to get as tired or fatigued when he's using a much lighter air tool, especially if he's using an air tool all day.
Yeah, that's a great feature too. In the anti-vibration too. I used impact guns, for 11 years, every day, all day long, and I always worried about getting carpal tunnel myself. But you mentioned the quietness of your air tools too. I'm sure my wife wishes I had some of those tools when I was a mechanic, because my hearing isn't the best, and she will call out for me from across the house, and I'll be like, "What? What?" I hardly hear her sometimes. So
I do that too, but it's not because I'm hard of hearing.
Well, sometimes I might do that too. So, are there any other CBIs? Actually, with the All Shield, the hand sanitizer, that fits in perfectly with Keep Stock. So, if Granger customers have a Keep Stock solution with you and they have an interest in hand sanitizer, which in today's day and age, who isn't wanting hand sanitizer? That would be a perfect one right there. Be able to put it into their inventory or their vending machines. That way they can regularly, take them out to use in their facility.
Yeah, and our sanitizer are all FDA approved. We have a line of dispensers from wall mount to floor stand to desktop. All of them can function either with a cord or function on battery. Again, in multiple sizes of hand sanitizer, soap dispensers, everything along those lines. And of course, nowadays, you kind of see those things everywhere. In any facility could potentially be looking for some kind of a dispenser for hand sanitizer.